Hello all, with the new season of All-Out War about to commence, the largest real-time strategy game mode we have. Everyone, whether we're a competitive player pushing ranks or just play for fun, regardless knowing your lineup's power, commander synergies, and how and where we can maximize these boosts your performance. Today we will be going through the Spearmen lineups, which will trigger critical attacks against your enemy and boost your lineup's effect from this. We'll also cover some extra commanders which will benefit this lineup still just from their raw power. So let us begin. Firstly, we will be going through their troop conversion. Pure Spearmen can be converted into Matrix Spearmen, which is one of the best conversions available for all the troop types, reducing pincer attack they take by 30%, reduce overall damage by 5%, and they deal 25% reduced skill damage. Or where to start. Pincer attack damage is basically when two or more enemy armies attack the same target, giving a slight bonus to the overall damage they deal. Reducing this by a massive 30% along with a bonus of 5% from all damage sources makes them very challenging to deal with as a group. Even given their reduced skill damage, this isn't all too impactful in reducing their newly powerful effectiveness in the battle. Where now fighting a strong spear player with a good lineup will massively benefit from fighting groups of players, taking reduced damage they'd take overall. The best one-on-one fighters, still with reasonable mobility and greater range, then cavalry and infantry line to complement them. The main core commanders for these lineup will be Jaime and the premium option of Sararer. They will have a 30 and 60% chance to launch a critical attack, which will deal 200% or 150% damage to the target. Additionally, Sararer will heal 5 allies in the surrounding area. These critical attacks lead on to trigger buffs for your Spearmen lines, and this leads on to one of the most important commanders for the spear lines, Baelish, who will have a 40% chance to launch an additional attack every attack. Being a straight 40% damage increase alone, and able to trigger more crits, bringing Jaime from 30% up to 42% chance per attack to trigger crits, and Sararer from 60% to 84% chance on average, with Baelish chance to trigger attacks. More crits is important for Dinah, who will increase our Spearmen attack by 1,500% for every critical attack triggered, stacking up to 3 times lasting 5 seconds. Additionally, her skill activation will decrease the counter damage taken by 70%. Easily one of the best available. Her passive is irreplaceable with a fairly good uptime on the skill during engagement. And her active skill is also very strong when your line has to deal with infantry opponents. With Jaime considering her spear attack bonus is active for 5 seconds, we will have at least 2 to 3 stacks fairly consistently, and with Sararer, we'll nearly always have full stacks active given we continue to fight enemy armies. Along with more crits, commanders like Ermadan benefit also from additional attacks, where he will have a 30% chance to attack 3 targets near their initial target for the damage of 300%. Inflicting heavy blows against further enemy, which may be supporting your main target, dealing both massive single target and area of attack damage. Naturally, the other premium options with general skills like Sandor, Jon, and Cersei will always perform well with any lineup. The best out of all of these will be Jon for Spearmen lineups due to his massive damage reductions and counter damage increases. But now on to the Commander Patello, who will increase our normal attack damage dealt by 90%, and increase our Spearmen attack by 1,800%. An amazing skill just like Rhea and Salma, and will better complement Spearmen lines due to their higher base attack damage. Having this as your first skill is nearly always the best option, countering any skills the opponent may trigger and bypass their defensive boosting skills or exceed their damaging skills. Next is Drake, who while being a weaker option due to his skill giving 1,800% defense. We will still suggest him given his massive survivability boost for your lines, and his base Spearmen stat boosts will be greater than many of the free-to-play options. And the last commander we will be discussing today will be Yuma, who will increase our Spearmen damage by 900% and deal a small amount of damage. She can be a decent swap with Drake if we're willing to sacrifice the survival bonuses and focus on dealing damage, and given that we can carry supporting wagons to heal our troops, the defensive loss isn't as impactful as you may think. Overall, the Spearmen lineup focuses on its single target damage, increasing its effectiveness against groups with its troop conversion while still retaining its attack range and mobility. Easily one of the best troops for all-out war and events alike. Thanks for watching.